What's happening, people? Welcome to United View. That's just my feeling right now. As you can see, I'm not driving very fast at the moment, stuck in traffic on the way back down south, which pretty much epitomizes the last 24 hours really, and the last week at Manchester United. Welcome to the show, Road Trip Extra. We like to do these on the way back down the next day, and it's always just like breaking it down really and looking at where we're at. And honestly, I just look at where this season is heading, or where it's been heading for a while, and you're just struggling to draw much positives, to be honest. You lot know me. I try to be as upbeat as you can, and you want to look at both sides as much as you can. A positive is I've actually started to move now, which is very good. And just in the aftermath of yesterday, you know, you take it in, you watch a few different analysis, and you watch the game back, and it's like, even when we play predominantly well, we find a way to fuck it up. Like that's the be all and end of it. Like, even in good moments, even when actually we were playing okay, we were dominating the game just should have been out of sight. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we just continue to play in patches, and then you get, even again afterwards, the Lingard thing comes up again, and Ralf Rangnick basically saying that actually he actually did want Jesse in the squad, but it was like the other coaching staff and maybe even John Murtough, as a rumour that's going around in the media, that's advised Jesse to be off. And it's like, oh, what is going on at the football club? And I'll be honest, today's Road Trip Extra is just a bit of an outlay. You just got to get it out. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to just vent. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because it's not really what I like doing, but I was just driving back, or lack of driving back, stuck in traffic, not moving, and I just thought we just need to talk about what does the future actually look like. Because I'm trying to think, okay, we get a new manager, but with this crop of players, which a lot are going to leave, there's going to be a big overhaul again. Players need to come in. You're never going to get 8 in and 8 out, something stupid like that. That's not going to happen. And it's like, where do we go from here? Like, I'm looking at the rest of the season, right? We can forget Champions League. I know things can happen and miraculous things can happen, and sometimes a team can just surprise you, but let's face it, we've look at how we've been throughout the whole season. Can you really put your hand on saying we're going to go to Atletico Madrid and defend properly, or be clinical, or dominate the game? Or no, like, we're always left with, we've got good individual players so we can win a game at any moment, which is what happened against West Ham, which is what happened in various other games this season where we haven't been great and we've scraped by. But it's just not enough to build any form of momentum. Every time we look like we could potentially be turning a little bit of a corner, we're just banging our heads against a brick wall. And that's the most frustrating thing, because actually we put ourselves into some good positions in games to either go on and win the game, or go on and have a good performance, or keep a clean sheet, all of those things. But Man United find that button. It's almost like they go, right, do you know what, let's just find that self-destruct button. Let's just find that button that we press that just stagnates ourselves, makes us just stay still or go backwards. And it's so frustrating. Yesterday, when I'm looking at the game, I'm like, what the hell's Ralf Rangnick supposed to do with that? Like, what is he supposed to do with that? We played Middlesbrough, and yes, their goal should have been given off for handball. I understand that, but the chances that we had to not win that game, it's all on the forward line. It's all on the forward line. You can look at the calamitous defending and in terms of Maguire playing the player on side, and how did they even get into that position? But it should have been, look, those 9 times out of 10, that's a handball and should never be a goal. Shocking VAR, or lack of VAR, I get that. But the reason we lost that game yesterday was because of the forwards. It was because nobody took their chance, and the midfielders who didn't take their chances. It's as simple as that. And then when the chances weren't falling, we then got nervous, and we then started to fall into the same old habits. I think Sanch said in his fan view, he was like, same old habits. And you know what stuck with me? He was like, what? Look at the manager's going to come into this. It's like, until that clear out is done and dusted, like, we just need a whole new era at the football club. And it is, of course, it's going to be 10 years since we win the Premier League, and we'll win it next year. and it's like, it's just a really dull feeling. It's a really dull feeling, and a point where we're supposed to be quite excited as Manchester United fans. There should be a lot to get behind. We had a really good transfer window, and like I said to KG, I remember I said to KG on the Flex and KG show on Tuesday, I said, I'm not looking forward to this summer. This summer should be like, right, there's going to be a new manager, a freshness about the place, and maybe it's because of the aftermath of what happened and just the way that this season is doing, but you're just tired of it. Then you get all the off-field stuff that's going on. You're like, you just can't catch a break from it. And look, there are clubs out there that are going through a lot worse. There's clubs out there that are fighting relegation. There's clubs out there that could be going into administration. There's clubs out there whose their mere existence is threatened because of financial worries. And look, I know we're not in that situation, and I'm not in that situation, but it's like, as a United fan, I think talking amongst our own community, we're not looking for sympathy outside of our safe place to speak, and because this is our safe place to speak, our community, it's like you just feel down. You just feel down, and it's like Burnley Tuesday night, players have just had to play 120 minutes. I can just envisage, honestly, I can just envisage that new striker that they've got, 6'6", Vogt, I don't know how you say his first name or last name, just giving us problems, difficult. I could just see it already. I can see a draw on Tuesday night, and it's like, I don't know, man, you just feel down. You just feel down. I don't know what else Ralf Rangnick could have done, you know, maybe changes a little bit earlier, but other than that, you had a Pogba who's been out for months, you know, maybe couldn't play the 90, understandable, and he actually played all right. McTominay was just there, again, average. Sancho, I think one positive, let's talk about one positive, I think it was bright from Sancho. I think it's weird because actually I thought he would start on the right, because, you know, that was clearly his position at Dortmund, but ever since he's come to Man United, he's been fancied as a left winger, which, again, Rashford is in awful form. Again, he was just the decision making. I mean, there was one time in the first half where he got the ball on the inside right channel, and he kind of just took a touch real quick and just tried to shoot. He just hit the defender and got blocked. I'm just like, why are you trying to shoot from that mad angle? Like, keep the ball going, like, keep the ball moving. I just don't get it. Like, it's just his decision making that is really letting him down, and his end game right now. I thought he was turning a little bit of a corner by being on the bench for Elanga, coming on against Brentford, getting a goal, coming off the bench against West Ham, scoring the winner, having a week and a bit off, you know, warm weather training. You'd think that he'd just be there, start against a championship team at home. Elanga, you come out. You just thought it was there for him to have the makings of a good performance, and it wasn't. But back to Sancho, he's probably the bright light out of what's going on, and Raphael Varane right now. Luke Shaw's way off it. Maguire, look, I don't blame him for the reason why we lost yesterday. I think it's easy to always scapegoat him, but in terms of being a leader and getting us going, there was far too many times I saw him on the ball, passing really slow, being lethargic, pointing his arms. A couple of times he kicked it out of play. He had the cheek, I don't know if you guys remember it, he kicked it out for a throw-in deep in their half from a shit pass, and then he's like, squeeze, like, oh, keep him in, like, oh, I've just, almost like in rugby when you have a line out, oh, I've just kicked it up there so we can get up the pitch and have a line out. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know what I mean? You're the captain. So I get that criticism. I look at Raphael Varane, and he was just cruising through the game. He uses his weaker foot every time, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it, he misses out Maguire and goes to Shaw quick with his weaker foot. Does the same thing when he's playing left centre-back. Yesterday he played right centre-back. When he plays left centre-back in Maguire's place, again, he does the same thing. When Telles is there, he just passes it to him quick. No nonsense, no messing about. You know, you play at the top level. It looks really basic and really easy, but you just use your weaker foot to get it out there. But Harry Maguire, even when he's playing left centre-back, which is his position, takes ages on the ball, takes ages to pass the most basic pass, where we all know where the pass is going to Luke Shaw. We all know that's where the pass is going before it's even gone there. But somehow Maguire finds time to take time when it shouldn't take that, which is something which was annoying. But Varane was class yesterday, and obviously with his injury worries and just him as a player, obviously after the 90 minutes you don't want him going into 120-minute territory, and obviously when you get Phil Jones coming in and Maguire, then you're asking for trouble. And we were even worse in that 30 minutes. You know, there could have been another 30 minutes on top of that, we still wouldn't have scored. Everything was just far too passive, far too slow. So listen, for me, I don't know where we go from here. I don't know how we get any positivity. I mean, top 4, the way we're playing was so unpredictable. There's a massive chance we might not get it. Forget the Champions League. I mean, we're off to Spain in a couple of weeks, Josh, which will be fun to travel. But go to is it called the Wakanda Metropolitano? I can't remember the exact name of their new stadium, but go to Madrid, Atletico Madrid away. You know, keep a clean sheet. At Atletico, keep a clean sheet. Can you see that? I can't. I really can't. I can't see that because of the way that we're playing. Yeah, I can see us becoming unstuck. Same thing again at Old Trafford. And Atleti are absolute shithouses. Oh, better not crash. Atleti.
Insert a card. In the card, read the slots below.
Why?
Insert a card.
Why?
In the card, read the slots below.
Never have to do that. It's like it's infected by Man United. The M6 toll is infected by Man United. Honestly. Where was I? Oh yeah, talking about how we won't beat Atletico and there's nothing to play for this season. Oh, I don't know. Do you know what? I had to have a little vent. I had to have a little rant. But what is important is tomorrow is the Munich anniversary. We'll be doing a little bit of a piece on that. And I think actually at a time where the club has been so detached from its core values on and off the pitch, I think it's a healthy remembrance of what this club stands for and why it is what it is and the legacy of this football club. I think James said it spot on in his fan view. You know, players died in the name of Manchester United serving the football club. And it's like we've come so far away from what it means to play for Manchester United, both on and off the football pitch. I think that timely reminder is needed. And like James said in his fan view, he'd march every single one of them down there outside the Munich memorial outside the Old Trafford tomorrow at 2 PM and let them take it in, because I'll tell you what, some of them do need a reminder. They really, really do. Anyway, that's your road trip extra. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Smash a like on the video. Oh, and we hit 95k as well. That's a positive, I suppose, in amongst a lot of negativity. But big up to everyone who subscribed, and if you haven't, make sure you hit that like. This is the last stretch now to 100k, where we can really celebrate, which would be amazing achievement for everyone involved in the channel. Since we've started, only been going about 6-7 months, and unbelievable progress made in such a short space of time. That's thanks to every one of you guys, so I appreciate that. But let's go, we move. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.